she might assert that Mr. Bird is intentionally underemployed.
I know he works for his parents, and I know before he worked for his parents, he worked for the state of Texas, and he was bringing home close to $4,000, $5,000 a month.
The girls were with me for 3 years, 5 months. She came to Texas and took the kids without my acknowledgement, without my knowing. I had to file a police report because I either thought they either run away or they got kidnapped by the way the room looked.
As in the interest of Bird minor children, this is from a former decree of divorce, prior decree of divorce, modification or super modification and motions in the firm arrears.
So, Your Honor, this is an ugly one, but I don't think it's actually all that complicated. The state is requesting court to modify child support up to guideline, and to do that beginning November the 1st of 2023. The same with medical. I believe Ms. Pena may take issue with the state's calculation. I think she might assert that Mr. Bird is intentionally underemployed. And I just asked the court to hear the evidence there and rule appropriately. And then the state is also going to request non-disclosure. I believe in the testimony about the non-disclosure, a bunch of bad facts will come out. But we're not dealing with custody, so I think I'm hoping for a final order today, Your Honor.
All right, then let's get some testimony from the parties. Obviously, I can only deal with things that happened since the divorce. And Belinda, go ahead and bring me a copy of that divorce decree, please. Thank you. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Let's get some testimonies from the parties. Let's see what the contested issues are and why they're contested, and we'll make an appropriate rulings going forward. Do you happen to know the actual date of the final divorce decree, Mr. Diamond?
It was
The divorce decree, 2000.
So I believe there was a SAPSR though that was done in 2013, Your Honor.
Okay, but there was an order in between the divorce and the this time, and okay, there was a SAPSR in 2013. You said?
I believe so, Your Honor.
All right, then I'll need to have Belinda get me a copy of that because that's controlled and the divorce is no longer controlled. Thank you.
Who are the children that were here on?
Lorelai Elizabeth Bird and Kylie Paige Bird.
All right, and my understanding, Lorelai is going to graduate from high school later this month. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. She graduates in 15 days.
Okay. So let's talk about the money first, and then we can talk about the safety issues. First of all, what are you doing for health coverage for your daughters?
I provide health coverage through my work. I'm a teacher, so we get it through the school board office.
All right, and what are you paying a month for medical?
For medical is $162.
I'm sorry, 162 for, is that for
That's
all
just
three of you?
medical. That's 4 of us. I have a younger daughter also.
I see. Do you know how much it would be if it was, are you covered for free, or is there a cost to cover you?
50%.
I'm sorry, half of that is you and the other half is your 3 daughters?
Yes.
All right, so and I apologize, Your Honor, I'm going to need to revise this a little bit. So 81 for the 3 of them. So
I also paid dental insurance.
sure, and we'll get there in just a minute, I promise. All right, so 54 for 2 of them on the health, is that correct? So because if it's, well, let me take you through my calculation. So if it's 162 on just the health insurance, if half of that is for you, that means 81 to cover you and 81 to cover the 3 of them. So I divided the 3 of them by, well, I divided $81 by 3, which is 27 each. You following me so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so I calculate $54 to cover the 2 daughters on the health insurance, because the one who's outside this order, Mr. Bird's not going to have to cover her.
Okay, I'll still cover her until she graduates college.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right, and that's no problem, but that's outside this. And
Yes,
then how
sir.
much do you pay on the dental?
I pay $10 a month.
Is that the same 50 for you and 50 for the 2 of them?
Dental is just for them.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so
66 cents, huh?
Yeah, I get off really cheap with dental. Dental's cheap.
you have good coverage for a school district. They're not always as generous as yours.
Our school district is ranked number 3 in the state, so they provide for their teachers.
Good for them. All right, so I would be requesting $7 a month from Mr. Bird on the dental. Is that number acceptable?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Okay, you heard me tell the court a little while ago the guideline calculation. So I believe he's going to testify here in a minute that his gross wages are approximately $2,990 a month, which comes out to a guideline calculation of 631 for both children, and then it'll go down to 505 when your older daughter graduates. So the $2,990 gross monthly, you believe that is that reasonable, or you believe he's underemployed?
I'm just gonna take it.
Well, no,
And
I'll be honest with the
but
court.
I mean, the
You're
thing
under
is,
oath. Is he
I
capable?
know, yeah, I mean, I know he works for his parents, and I know before he worked for his parents, he worked for the state of Texas, and he was bringing home close to $4,000, $5,000 a month, just him, because he worked for the state of Texas for about, I want to say 4 or 5 years. So he was considered like, you know, whatever, 4, something like that. And so, I mean, I know what the state of Texas offers as a first year correctional guard and what they offer each year after that. So I'm not going to say that he could do more, but I do know that he has worked a higher paying job before.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am, I'm sorry, let me stop real quick. Ma'am, is that the only job that you know of that was higher paying? Was there anything else other than correctional officer?
No,
Because
sir.
those guys and ladies leave all the time. That
Yeah.
job is.
No, Your Honor. He started working, his dad owns his own business, so he started working for his dad right out of high school, and he worked for his dad when we were married. And then a couple years back, he left that and went to the state, and then he left the state about a year or so ago and went back to work for his dad.
Okay, yeah, because believe me, I know hundreds of people. I've heard hundreds of cases where people, they make a good living doing that, but nobody wants to work with the Texas Department of Criminal Justice as a guard. Okay, now if he was working in administration, then we can talk. But other than that, yeah. All right, thank you. Statement.
okay. Yes, Your Honor. All right, so let's move on to the safety issues. So I'm requesting the court to order app close. Do you have any objection there?
No, that's fine. My daughters also both have cell phones.
Okay. And I'm requesting non-disclosure on your address all your contact information going forward. Do you have any objection there?
No.
And so I take it you have some safety concerns with Mr. Bird?
I do, pertaining to my children.
Okay, so can you tell the court what's going on there?
Okay, and don't only testify to anything that's happened since the last court order, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. About 3 or 4 years ago, I decided to move to Louisiana. I had gotten back with my ex-husband, and then we had gotten back together, and I moved over here. My daughters decided they wanted to stay in Texas. I allowed them to stay in Texas under the influence that I still retained custody, which I did. And then I was given no contact of them. I was blocked on phones, and this is coming from my children telling me. And I couldn't get through. I couldn't contact them. I couldn't contact the school because I was put on a no disclosure order, where I wasn't allowed to have contact. 2 years ago, my daughters got to a cell phone, called me and said, "Mom, there's stuff going on that you need to know about."
Okay, here's the deal, ma'am. Here's the deal. You cannot testify anything they said. They'll have to be called as witnesses to tell me what they saw. You cannot testify that you have to be an eyewitness to it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying that I don't have contact with him. I haven't had contact with him. I haven't actually spoken with him in over 8 years.
Okay.
He has contact. He sends contact through his wife. So I do not. I don't want contact with him.
So let me ask it this way: Has DFPS ever investigated Mr. Bird?
Yes, they did.
What did they find?
Okay,
Actually, I never.
Stop again. Bad question, Mr. Diamond. Have there been any court orders that made a court-ordered finding as far as the circumstances involving him or any child, ma'am, that you know of?
For him?
Yeah.
I don't even know if the case is still open. I haven't received any documentation from them since
Okay.
I opened it.
All right, all right. But again, ma'am, allegations are allegations unless somebody's been convicted or there's been a finding in a CPS case of certain actions that have taken place that weren't criminal, but obviously may have been a detriment to the kids. And again, it will take a court finding of such. Then you can't testify to those circumstances unless they're there. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Diamond, you're probably looking at it. Give me some information about the younger, the older child as an adult, and that's that. Give me some information on what's going on with the younger child as far as visitation and access with dad. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. And so your younger daughter, Kylie, she's what, 14 years old? Is that correct, Ms. Pena?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She's 14. She'll be 15 in July.
Okay. And how long has it been since she's seen her father?
The last time that she saw her father, I think it was Christmas when I went to Texas for a week. And then she saw him for about 2 or 3 hours, and she came back to where I was at.
I'm sorry, Christmas of this 2023?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And before then, when's the time she saw him before then?
Before that time, it was when I went to, she had not seen her father since I had gone. And I think there was one other time, but I'm not for sure. I think it was around, the end the end of the summer of 2023. But before that, she hadn't seen him since, 2022.
Okay. And now that the children are with you, do you believe that any safety provisions need to be put in place beyond what's already in existence?
Not that they're with me, no, because they have, I mean, my oldest is 18. She can decide on her own, but normally Kylie will go with her. And if Lorelai stays, Kylie stays. But if Lorelai leaves, Kylie tends to want to leave.
I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, just a second. I'm reviewing the pleadings now. Okay, so the only thing before the court right now is modification of child support. There's no possession, access, anything like that and as far as pleadings are concerned at this time. So the only thing I can deal with is child support. I do now have a copy of the prior court order from February of 2017. Okay, so it's not as old as I thought it was. And under that order, looks like Dad was ordered to pay cash medical support of $100 starting the first day of February 27.
And Your Honor, I wasn't seeking to do anything on custody. The questions were meant to go to non-disclosure.
All right, then, okay, obviously that's the only thing I can deal with. So it looks like Tristan Birdley was started to pay Miss Pena $100 a month and cash medical starting the first day of February 2017. And child support amount ordered at that time was $671 a month, and it was going to go down to $536. So it doesn't look like we're going to get beyond that $100 difference in this case, Mr. Diamond.
My understanding was child support was modified down to zero in 2019, Your Honor.
Oh, I don't have a 2019 order. Okay.
No, because it was agreed upon by me and Mr. Bird.
Okay.
And I think it was just done at the Attorney General's office, if I remember right. It was never filed.
I got a child support review order from 2013, but I've got nothing from 2019. You show anything on 2019, Mr. Diamond?
I thought that I saw something there, Your Honor. My understanding, the current obligation is zero.
Yeah, well, I see that's what's in the financial activity report.
Yeah. So,
Your Honor, can I share my screen?
Yes, you may. Okay, so there's a 2019 child support review order. Okay, and obviously it confirms the arrears. That was good. Okay, and modification, good enough. Right, cash medical goes down, and child. Okay, net resources so 0%. You keep going. Thank you.
Does Your Honor see the special thing that says it's set below it at zero based on both dependents living with non-custodial parent, Mr. Bird?
Yeah, I see that now. Okay, thank you. All right. Good enough then. All right, then it went down to 0 in 2019, so okay. All right, so
Yeah.
there were 3 orders in between the divorce and now, so that's more normal, so that, okay.
Yeah.
So obviously I can look at child support going forward, but that's the only thing I can look at, but you may proceed with this witness at this time, Mr. Diamond, thank you. And now the court has some clarity, thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry for yeah, I could have presented that better, Your Honor. I pass a witness unless the court wants to hear more on a
We're
particular
good. We're
subject.
probably good on that one, on these issues right now. So I'll go ahead and, ma'am, I'll be back in just a moment. I'll go ahead and let the state call the next witness, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Call Mr. Byrd. Mr. Byrd, will you state your full name, please?
Mr. Bird, you there, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry, my internet's not very good.
All right, thank you. Mr. Diamond will repeat the question. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, will you state your name, please, sir?
Tristan Lee Bird.
Okay. And let's talk about income. I told the court a little while ago your gross monthly earnings are approximately $2,990 before taxes. Does that sound about correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I've calculated, my office has calculated child support off of that with, well, let me ask you this. Do you have any other children besides these 2?
No, sir.
All right. So I've calculated a guideline child support amount of $631. I beg your pardon, Your Honor. This number needs to get revised. The revision's not going to be significant, but I actually,
again, sir, I'm sorry.
no, that's okay. I was talking to the judge, cleaning up what I'd said earlier. So I intend to ask the court to order you to pay $61 a month. Well, be $54 a month in medical support and $7 a month in dental support. Do you have an objection to that number?
No, sir.
And I'm going to request the court to order you to pay $627 a month until your older daughter graduates from high school. Any objection there?
No, I just want something took in consideration once we get that far.
Yes, sir. All right. And then the guideline calculation with once your older daughter graduates, I have $501.
Okay.
And then once your older daughter graduates, the medical would come down to 27 and the dental would come down to 4. So those numbers acceptable?
Okay.
Okay. All right. What's the issue that you're wanting considered, Mr. Byrd?
Okay.
No, will you tell the court the issue that you're asking to be considered on?
So I'm just getting the court to consider this. The girls were with me for 3 years, 5 months. And they've been back with their mother for 1 year, 10 months. So that leaves like 1 year, 7 months that I paid for everything. AG office kept sending us things saying that we need to go back to child support court. I told them no. I kept telling them no. So I canceled all that when they were with me because when they were with me, it's just one of my kids. I didn't care for the money. So what I was considering is, being that it's a year and 7 months kind of difference between the time they live with me until now, say my child support starts in a year.
Sir, I'm sorry, that's not going to be possible, sir. You hit the nail on the head when you said, I'm not sure if you were turning down or saying you needed, but the state was trying to get you back into court where I could actually get a legal court order concerning going on in the future.
Excuse me, sir, I lost you.
Okay. I can only deal with things going from one date to another, sir, out in the future. And when you didn't come back in and change things around when you actually had the children to order child support from the mom, I can't go back and do that as a post court order matter. I can look at the fact that it was done, but as far as everything going forward, the child's now with mom. The law says I'm supposed to order the non-custodial party to pay child support to the party to the custodial party. If that would happen when you had the child, I would order her to pay you child support, sir. But I can't subtract that out now because there's just no legal way to do it. You know, I've been doing this
And I
for
understand.
years, and unless there's an agreement for something along those lines, I can't go in the past. I can only go in the future. Well, believe me, if I was going in the past, I would have bought a ton more Nvidia stock. Okay,
I
instead of
understand that, sir.
so.
Just on 7/22/22, she come to Texas and took the kids without my acknowledgement, without my knowing. I had to file a police report because I either thought they either run away or they got kidnapped by the way the room looked. So
I object to the
it was
relevance
a
of this,
scary
and I
time
also
that time.
object to Ms. Pena shaking her head. I would ask,
I know.
I
Here's the
object
deal,
to both of
sir.
them.
All right, here's the deal, sir. If you want me to, I'll stop this hearing and let you go out and get a lawyer to see if you want to get something appropriately before the court this time. But right now, the only thing I have before me is dealing with child support going forward. I got nothing else, and I've got no affirmative pleadings on your behalf for any type of deviation or considerations. Because what the bottom line is, sir, in those circumstances, anything that you're asking me to do that's not in the state's pleadings would require pleadings of your own and notice to the mother that you were asking for that. I can't take things up. What we learned in law school, you can't have trial by ambush. You can't show up on the court date and start asking for things that are not on the record or not before the court in a proper pleading and notice of said pleadings. I know you're not a lawyer, but that's what it takes. So if you're going to ask me to do something that's above and beyond what the state's requesting me to do here today, sir, you got to get it in pleadings to me one way or the other, either through counsel or doing it yourself. And right now, there doesn't appear to be any pleadings from you regarding any of these things you're requesting me do, sir.
I understand, Your Honor.
Okay. So, sir, do you want me to stop and have the opportunity to seek legal counsel?
I'd like to get myself a lawyer. Yes, sir.
All right, then, sir. I'm going to go ahead and do that. They're expensive, but the bottom line is, sir,
Yes, sir. I'd like to find me some legal counsel and see what.
Okay.
The child support ain't a problem. It's just.
All right, here's the deal, sir. You and your lawyer will have the opportunity to file whatever's necessary, and that may before me, that may have been in district court. But I'm looking at a reset date to finalize what the state has filed as far as child support is concerned. And I'm probably looking at doing that in the next 60, somewhere between the next 30 to 45 days. I'm looking at giving you 4 to 6 weeks is to hire a lawyer to show up on this thing. But for anything else in addition, you and your lawyer are going to do, it's probably going to take a lot longer than that. And I'm going to probably wrap this up before then. But we'll see. Your lawyer can file some necessary pleas, and we can see where that leads. Okay.
Yes, sir. Because if I miss a day, I don't get paid. I understand paying the child support, which is fine.
And like I said, sir, I can't give you credit for that time that the children were with you and there was no child support order. That's just not the way the system's set up. So, but going forward, the state's asking for a specific amount of child support. The state's asking for.
Is there anything that was considering back child support for me right now?
No, sir. There's nothing like that. There was nothing like that planned for.
Excuse me, sir. I didn't hear you.
Okay, there's nothing along those lines that have been planned for, and I'll be honest with you, sir. There's with the children with mom now. I doubt there's really anything that you could. And off the top of my head, I can't think of anything that's going to get you child support for the time frames and when you had the children in between. What was that? 2019 on?
No, I'm just asking. Is she asking for any back child support?
No, I'm not.
No, she's not asking for back child support. The state's asking me to start the child support the first day after the service of citation on you, sir, which is the law on that matter. And I think he was served in February. Is that correct? Or I'm sorry, when was he served?
He was served October of 2023, Your Honor. So November 1 would be the request. November 1, 2023 be the requested start date, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, sir. Here's the deal. Once someone's been served with child support papers, and the other person has been asked to pay child support under the Texas Family Code, child support can be ordered to start the first day of the month after service of citation. And based on the fact that the oldest child is getting ready to emancipate out on this one at the end of this month, I don't see any reason why the court would not order that, sir, based on what the law is. So it's not back child support, but it is child support since you were served with papers, sir. Any other questions, sir?
I lost you, Your Honor. I'm so sorry.
Okay, sir, what I was saying was that, under Texas law, new child support is supposed to start the first day of the month after service of citation as far as the plea is concerned for asking for the modification. You were served in, October, so the new child support would start, November 1, 2023.
And there's no way to get it just to start now, because that would make me owe what, 5 months?
Yes, sir. And normally, sir, I would, you have the absolute right to ask me that, but since the one of the children is gonna be out of this case in another 15 days, I probably wouldn't do it, sir. But again, if you can show the court legal reason for me to do it or why I should do it, I would take that into consideration. But like I said, the oldest child is getting ready to come off this one in 15 days. So the court would be looking at starting it in conformity with the Texas family code.
I understand, sir.
Yeah, if there was something going on for another 5 years, then yeah, I would, I usually post.
Could I seek legal counsel?
I'm sorry?
Could I seek legal counsel and then see what my attorney tells me what I need to do?
I'll tell you what I'll do, sir. I'll meet you halfway on this one. I'll go ahead and I'll start this temporary order for child support starting the first day of May. And that will be it. But I will reset this matter to give you opportunity to find your own lawyer and come back in if you wish and hold in abeyance the final order concerning what the start date for child support on the final order would be. For right now, I'll go ahead and set it up starting May 1, and then we'll come back and deal with those other prior 5 months after you had a chance to talk to a lawyer, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else then?
Your Honor, I have a request. So regarding the return date, I know Miss Pena, they're doing testing in her school right now. And so I just asked the court to inquire of her before setting a return date.
I was gonna give him at least 30, 45 days, so it'll be in the summer. Ma'am, you gonna be teaching summer school this year?
I am teaching summer school this year. Also, Your Honor, I was diagnosed with uterine cancer last month. So I will be having, it's hereditary. I will be having surgery July the 1st.
All right, when is summer school over?
Summer school is over the Friday before I go to surgery.
All right.
Yeah. I don't get a summer.
Summer school over with at noon these days, or do y'all?
No, we go all day long. We do have, thank goodness, we do have Fridays off, but I know that you guys normally don't do certain court hearings on Fridays. And I go all day, so.
Ma'am, I would do a special setting when you're the only case I hear on that Friday.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I'm sorry, ma'am. You got more problems than I have, so let's go in.
I only signed up for summer school so I could pay for my surgery.
All right, here's the deal. Okay, let me look at my Fridays and let's see what a date, and I'll check with Dad and we'll see what a date, we'll come back and look at maybe finalizing this. But let me bring up my Zoom calendar and let me see what Fridays I got. I think I pretty much got a lot of Fridays available, but let me look in late June. All right, oh, that Friday's gone crazy. I don't know where that came from. What's San Sabbath? San Sabbath Friday is
the 19th, Your Honor.
Okay. That's in July, though. Okay, that's right. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, then. Yeah, I was looking at that. Ma'am, and sir, I've got Friday, June 21st available. I like to do my hearings on Fridays like that in the late afternoon. That way I can come in the morning and do the work, and then do the hearings at 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon. Friday, June 21st at 1 p.m. Would that work for you, ma'am?
Begging your pardon, I'm sorry, you said June, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, that would work for me. I have a pre-op appointment at 10:15 for surgery, so I should be done by then.
All right, then, Mr. Byrd, that would give you about 6 weeks to talk to a lawyer, sir, and get the necessary pleadings on file where we can take a look at what we're looking at. So I'm looking at going ahead and doing a special setting on Friday, June the 21st at 1 p.m., sir. How does that work for your schedule?
That'll work for me, sir.
I'm sorry?
That'll work for me.
All right, good enough, folks. I'm gonna go ahead and make the Zoom code. You're the only case I have at that time, so you won't have to hang around and wait, and we'll get you taken care of. And again, sir, if you're gonna hire a lawyer, your lawyer files some counter pleadings, make sure that they file them at least a week or at least a week out, and let them know. Remember that the mother is a pro se litigant, and they have to give her be sure to send her any copies of any pleadings they have ahead of time also.
Your Honor, I lost you again. This internet over here is sorry.
Okay, sorry about that. Please remind your lawyer, if you do hire a lawyer.
CenturyLink needs to go.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, just remind your lawyer, sir, if you do hire one, remind that Miss Pena is our own legal rep, and he'll have to, or she'll have to send her any copies of pleas ahead of time. But otherwise, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and set this matter for the 21st at 1 p.m. and I'll go ahead and make that Zoom code, and we'll get that out to you in the next 24 hours probably. So I'm gonna start with you,
All right,
man. Anything else for right now?
Oh, no, I'm good. So you said that May 1st, it's gonna be the temporary order.
Temporary child support, temporary cash medical, temporary dental, starting May 1st. 6 months with the 5 months before then. All right.
Okay, so it's 627 for both, plus the 61 for medical and dental.
Yeah, and then next month on June the 1, it goes down to the $500 amount, and the cash medical goes down to the dental goes
31.
down. Right. So.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I have this written down correctly.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, Mr. Bird, anything else, sir? You hear us, Mr. Bird?
Your Honor, sorry. Yeah.
Anything, Mr. Bird?
No, Your Honor. Better
All right.
internet.
Well, that's on you, sir. I can't help you on that one. So, but I'll see y'all.
We got CenturyLink here, and it ain't very good.
Where are you?
Gatesville, Texas.
Well, I use T-Mobile, and I know some people are using Verizon out there. You might want to look at those guys and just go with the 5G stuff. My 5G works great here in Delta, but I'm not sure how well it works out there. But you might want to look at it.
We're getting fiber optic cables, so I'm hoping we can get internet through that one company for too much longer. So,
good enough then, sir. All right, then. Well, I'll see you in June. And anything else at this time, Mr. Diamond?
Your Honor, if Ms. Pena would stick around, I need to ask her a couple questions when we get finished, if she's willing.
All right, Ms. Pena, you can hang around and speak to the AG in a breakout room, and we're off the record. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Diamond.
Sir.
Is Mr. Bird free to go?
Mr. Diamond.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
All right.
If my internet will work, will you email me that stuff, please, sir?
You've requested counsel, sir, so go
Okay,
hire your attorney, and then I'll.
Counsel, Mr. Diamond, you send him every. You're talking about the order, sir?
Yeah, I just need the order.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Yeah, well, he'll mail that to you. Yes, sir. He'll email that to you.
Yeah, I just want the child support order. That way, I've got it.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Bird.